Hey, what up, fools? I'm Lauren with Lauren Leslie Studio and the Design Tribe, and today I want to teach you about how to market yourself as an artist or a designer. So before we get started, make sure to like this video, leave me a happy comment or question, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. All right, so I'm Lauren, and for those of you who don't know me, I've been a textile designer for the past 10 years, and I'm super excited because my rug designs are going to be at Target this season, my outdoor rugs, so be sure to check those out. Here's a slide for that. Okay, so let's dive into the content. You're probably thinking, holy hell, what platform am I supposed to be on? There are so many. Literally, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, there's Facebook groups, YouTube, there's Twitter, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, there's IGTV now, Tumblr, all kinds of different platforms. It's just completely overwhelming. You're probably thinking, seriously, WTF? This is so stupid, and there's no possible way I can keep up with all of these. So my recommendation is to choose 1 to 3 different platforms to focus on. You should focus on platforms that you naturally gravitate to, but I also recommend focusing on platforms that have a search function. And here's why. SEO is your friend. When you create a piece of content for a search-based platform, then that piece of content can be found over and over and over again. Whereas if your platform, such as Instagram or Facebook, they're more focused on the news feed. So literally your content is going through the news feed and it shows up for maybe 30 minutes to an hour based on how much people are scrolling through the news feed. And then it's pretty much gone. No one's searching for it on Facebook or Instagram. So number 2 is, how much time should I actually spend on marketing versus designing or making art? As an artist, it's like you have to put so much time into marketing, and you're probably like thinking, holy crap, I should really be focusing on creating more designs or more artwork, and I'm spending all this time on marketing when really I could be creating more things to sell or to show buyers. I feel your pain. My recommendation is to spend 1 day per week on marketing, and I'm going to show you how to basically be more efficient with your time and your process so that you can really condense the amount of time you're spending on marketing and get the most bang for your buck, essentially. So first, you should always batch your content. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, you should create a schedule, like I just said, where you are spending one entire day devoted to marketing, because for me, and I'm sure you're the same way, when I'm in marketing mode and I'm thinking of, creating posts or, things to, write a blog post about, or a video or Instagram post or Facebook, any of that stuff, my brain is in one gear. It's in marketing gear. So it's a lot easier for me to sit there and write, 10 pieces of content, depending on, how long they are and whatnot, than it is for me to be like, okay, I'm designing, pause, and then switch and try to make an Instagram post and then go back to designing. When you're all over the place like that, you're not going to be able to focus. Your design work isn't going to be as good as it could be, and your marketing isn't going to be as good as it could be. So just create 1 day, devote 1 day to creating your marketing content, and then the rest of the week you can be designing or creating your art and doing what you really love. So I recommend writing out your posts ahead of time with well-researched keywords and hashtags. That is a fair point. Don't forget, research your keywords and your hashtags, because you don't want to be spending all this time on marketing if no one is actually searching for what you're talking about. Okay, then you need to schedule that shit. Seriously, whether it's an Instagram post, a YouTube video, or a Facebook group post, schedule a week's worth of content ahead of time. So when you plan that stuff out, you can, decide what you're going to post each day. and then go ahead and schedule it so that you don't have to think about it again for another week. You can even do this up to a month's worth of content ahead of time. On Facebook, I think you can even do up to 3 months, which is really awesome. Of course, that's going to take a little bit more time, but then you don't have to think about it for 3 months and you can really focus on your artwork. YouTube and Facebook allow you to natively schedule, and YouTube is kind of the same way. A lot of YouTubers say that you should be putting out a video once a week. For me, as a designer and an artist, I think that that is way too much. I can never do a video a week because YouTube is not my main focus. I love YouTube and I love putting out videos. Hi! But that's not my main focus. My main focus is to create amazing designs. So that's what I'm spending the majority of my time on. So I still want to be regular with my YouTube videos. So I try to create maybe 3 to 4 videos within a short period of time, whether it's maybe 2 days, maybe that's too hard to do all in one day. But then I scheduled my YouTube videos once a month so that they're releasing in a consistent way. Okay. And then for Instagram, you can't schedule your posts natively, so you can use an app like Later or Planoly. Those are 2 really popular ones. I personally use Later and I love it, and you can post or you can schedule up to 2 weeks posts for free, which is amazing. So I definitely use Later, and if you're scheduling up to 2 weeks at a time, then you really only need to sit down and reserve 1 day per 2 weeks to batch your content. So just think about that. Okay, so number 3 is use templates. This is one of the greatest hacks of all time because you can create templates that you can use over and over again. So for example, for this video, Marketing Yourself as an Artist, I created basically 2 different formats. The first one is a vertical format because I create the format for Instagram stories because it is a vertical format and that is very specific to your phone. So I can make this format, I upload it to stories, and it fits perfectly in my Instagram stories. But I repurpose that and use it also for Pinterest and my blog posts. So I don't have to go back and create another image for Pinterest or for my blog posts. I just use the same thing. And it works great because on Pinterest, it is a very vertical platform. So when you have vertical layouts, you're getting more real estate on Pinterest. Okay, and then I also have a horizontal template, which I basically just copy and paste the same images, and all you have to do is, for the next one, you have to just change the text and put a new image on there. And I worked with a photographer to get a lot of different professional photographs. You can use your artwork, you can use whatever you want, but it's easy for me to kind of go to that bank of images and just pull a new image and put it on there. Okay, and so my horizontal template I use for YouTube. I format it for YouTube because that is a very specific dimension, but I also use that same horizontal image for Facebook, and I use it in my Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, I definitely recommend starting a Facebook group because whoever's following you is going to be a really devoted fan if they're part of your Facebook group, and Facebook pushes notifications for your Facebook group posts more so than your business page or even your personal page. So I would definitely do that. So number 4 is what I was just talking about, is repurposing your content. So you want to use the same piece of content across multiple platforms. So that helps you get seen. You're basically getting the most bang for your buck again when you create either a video or a blog post or whatever it is that you're creating. You want to use your posts as a way to link back to that piece of content. So you want to use your template variations to direct fans back to that original content so that you really are getting the most bang for your buck. You don't want to spend all this time creating a really great blog post and then you go to Instagram and you post something totally different, and then you go to Pinterest and you're posting something totally different or repinning other people's pins. No, you need to be putting all that effort into directing people back to your piece of content and your website. So the next one is, okay, so with the vertical image, I'll definitely post that on Instagram stories, Pinterest, and my blog. And I'll link it back to, like I was just talking about, my YouTube video or my blog post. So number 5 is you can also regram or share other people's posts. Now, I just said you don't want to put a ton of effort into that, but if you are in a bind and you find yourself with nothing to post, it is totally okay to regram or share others' posts. So if you're on Pinterest, yes, you can repin things, of course, but just make sure you're also pinning some of your own original content. I'm just saying you want to be active pretty much every day, so that's where you want to schedule this stuff. That way you are showing up on these platforms daily, but you're not really spending all of your time on these platforms. You've only spent one day per week or per every 2 weeks, whatever works for you. But just make sure to give the original maker credit, obviously. It's not such a big deal on Pinterest, but on Instagram, you definitely want to tag that person in your regram. And also, talking about Instagram for a minute, sharing other artists' works on Instagram in the feed or in your stories is a great way to connect with other artists and gain followers. Most likely that designer or artist is going to be super appreciative that you just shared their work to your entire audience. Even if you only have 300 followers, 600 followers, 1,000 followers, that's still great exposure for them and their work. So as long as you're giving them credit, I'm sure they're going to be very appreciative. They've always been appreciative whenever I've done this and usually sent me a DM. So it's like a great way to connect with other artists in your niche. And who knows, they might even return the favor for you if they like something on your feed. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this video. To get my next 5 tips, click on the description below and head over to my SKILLSHARE class to continue watching. Thanks so much. All right, guys, that is it. Definitely share any ideas in the comments, or if you have a question, hit me up in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. To get notified when I come out with a new YouTube video, click the little bell and definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like this video. Thumbs up. Also, I have a freebie for you guys, so look down below in the description and you will see the freebie for you guys. You don't want to miss that. I also do have a Facebook group called the Design Tribe, so if you are a designer, I would love to have you join. It is a private group, so you'll have to answer a few questions just to make sure it's a good fit, but definitely go to Facebook and type in Design Tribe Lauren Leslie, and Leslie's with an EY, and join our Facebook group. We're discussing all kinds of business growth strategies. I'm sharing my videos there as well, and it's just a great place to foster community with other designers. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. I hope you subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.